There is no sick man like the lover when he is far from his love's embrace. Sometimes, love seems to be a loss from beginning to end, pain for the soul and tribulation for the body. But there are, in love, two joys at two several times. One happiness is at the time of letters or messages. The other is a joy at the moment of seeing the sweetheart. These two joys are linked by infinite care.
Sitting day and night on the rooftop of the palace of the king. She was sitting day and night like a sentry, with her eyes glued to the road from which the messenger may come.
This was spending days and nights waiting on the rooftop of the palace, staring in the distance. When she saw that her messenger was coming back, she was shaken by a trembling of joy. The messenger gave to her the letter of Ramin, and, immediately, she kissed the parchment. Standing on the terrace, this turned back to the road, in the hope of Ramin's arrival. At dawn she fell asleep exhausted, and her beloved appeared to her in a dream. Immediately this told the nurse what she had dreamed of. Ramin's voice seemed to want her to embrace him, like wine and milk, which are sweet when mixed together. Soon, Ramin returned to the palace. From the top of a pavilion, a sentry saw him and immediately informed the nurse of the arrival of the prince. So, this was quickly informed of his coming, and the news brought her great happiness. King Morbid was asleep. This felt it was better not to wake him up. Bringana pronounced a spell on him and the king's sleep went deep. These remained hidden behind the window of the room. She was full of joy and she was in love, but she preferred that Ramin didn't notice that. Saw the face of this marked by wrath. He began to speak, burning with terror and desire. Ramin began to tell her that his love and his feelings were being cultivated in his heart, like in a garden often watered with tears. In that garden of love, tulips and lilies flourished, and the willow projected around his shadow. The song of the nightingales mingled with the sound of the waters of a river, flowing softly at the slopes of a mountain. But, along the banks of the river of love, his prairies were now frozen by the cold winter of separation. Again, Ramin took every blame on himself, regarding for all that was happened. He told this that even if she had been the true and only guilty one, he was the only one who repented. Because this was a queen. And, Now, she had right to punish him if only she just wanted it. But these broke his hopes, showing no confidence in the words he said. She added that, by now, King Mobbit had definitely entered her life. Moreover, she said that she would not betray him anymore, because she had suffered too much to follow the blind impulses of her own feelings, for a lover who did not deserve anything else from her, because of his infidelity. Meanwhile, it was rampaging a snowstorm. V's watched Ramin from the window above. Ramin was wet with rain and tears around him, while a thick white blanket covered the gun. But V's closed her window. Ramin stood outside, motionless, ready to die in the storm, at the door of the one he loved. The wind blew violently and the water that soaked his clothes was becoming ice. This was desperate. Closed in the room, she bruised her face with her nails. Again, she opened the window, and it was as if a ray of sunshine has touched Ramin's heart. This was burning from love and revenge. Ramin was desperately trying to talk, sincerely repented of all the mistakes which he had committed, because of his weakness. In the middle of the night, Ramin was dying of cold and pain, but he did not care about snow which was getting thicker. He even invoked the wind, so that he could take away his life with him. Finally, Ramin told her that it was useless to continue such talk from which only offenses and sorrows could arise, because he had now understood that the lips of this pronounced words that her heart did not feel at all. Ramin made her understand that he was about to leave, in search of a better destiny. But V's wanted to remind Ramin that she always remained the sun of the beauties of the world, the moon that does not lose its light, the enchantress and the queen. Even the same rose will disappear in comparison with his cheeks. In anger, this suddenly closed the window and, immediately, went to the sentinel, to warn him to be even more alert than usual, all that night. Ramin, who had heard the words of this, lost any hope of seeing her love again and slowly disappeared into the storm. When it seemed too late, Vis regretted what he had done, and she cried, for she did not know how to fix the wicked words she had said. Vis convinced the nurse to go out in the night on the tracks of Ramin. soon, they reached Ramin. This still had a face that shone like the sun, and, beneath her lips, it seemed as if Venus and the Pleiades were shining. She was the noble daughter of the queen of the land, and she was being loyal in love. There came dense clouds, and the snow went down thicker. Ramin moved with fatigue on the whitewashed ground. Once again, he asked her to forgive him, not to add any more sorrow to his pain, not to consider the words he had pronounced. Again, they fought each other with cruel words, until dawn came from east to stop their useless words. Finally, Vis and Ramin returned to the palace, hands in hands, with their hearts washed from all rancor. Their faces resurfaced like roses. Then, Vis and Ramin stayed together for a month. With Bringana the nurse, they remained hidden in a secret pavilion, while the king was unaware of their presence.